bottom line is that when stakeholders, parents, came to me at any given point in time, whether they had kids who were autistic and they needed assistance, what do they do? What school do they do? How can the child survive in school? And there have been numerous cases where they were brought to my attention. And I never shied away from talking and helping students. I think we have some here even today, and they've been supporters of that. If there's a problem of anything, I will listen to it. I will address it and bring it forward to the administration what it is. But it's not just going to disappear just by bringing it forward. Results need to be done. I mean, we've had several bullying situations in our schools, which is horrendous. It happens in every school. And we're having a luncheon on the 14th of September. Where at that luncheon we have a nice young man who will be talking about scenarios like that. And as you can see, our first...
Why don't you read the 5
Yeah, yeah. If you see here, we have 5 themes in our program. Respect and responsibility. Respect and responsibility has to do a lot with bullying situations that goes on in the schools. And that needs to be addressed because that's not going to get any better because there's so much bullying going on that we need to find ways to combat that. And if you see some of the bullets you have here, how we're going to do it. Taking a hard look at the issue of bullying at all levels, special needs, special focus on the teaching, prevention and conflict resolution, setting up committees in schools called the Committee on Appropriate Behavior, where every school will set up a committee of students, teachers, staff to address it with an 800 line. We're tying up with an organization called Tel Jeune, where they deal with issues of bullying. I'm not going to go into detail on this one. Then there's also the development of specialty programs. As you very well know, here in the Laval area, we have what we call concentration programs, both in athletics, in fine arts, in music, and so on. We want to be able to better that program to allow kids to take such interest in these things. Partnerships. Developing partnerships with organizations. One of the partnerships we will develop is with Agape, definitely. But there's other partnerships with other firms out there. And one thing I've been a strong proponent is that once we develop partnerships, then we can seek perhaps different sources of financing for a school board, because the budgets are being cut on a yearly basis continuously, and we need to find other forms of financing. One of them is the foundation that I'm proud of initiating. One of the gentlemen is here today. He's a private citizen, but he was involved in me in setting up a foundation that today raised over $500,000 for the students in our board. Okay? Communication. One of the things that's wrong is the communication just doesn't seem to carry forward properly. So, one of the areas that I've discussed with this group is creating what we call a central students committee, and to even set up a seat at the council table for a student that's elected by their peers. Too many times students have said to me that, but sir, nobody listens to us. We went through a whole thing on Laval high schools, and the students were very adamant and prominent about what their needs were. But yet, except for certain ones, we just went ahead and says, no, we know better, we're going to do this, instead of allowing a year of transition. Excuse me. Professional development for both employees, that will also be initiated. Anyways, what I'm going through is all this, and the final thing which is important for everybody, school taxation. School taxation. Our taxation rate for our school board, because we're in 3 different regions, is 34 cents to 100, where here in Laval, I believe Commission Scolaire de Laval is 24 cents. So what does that mean? An English education, you have to pay more taxes. Granted, we're governed by the provincial government on this one, but this is something that we have to be aggressive enough and pursue it to the point of the government so that they can do something about perhaps establishing a equal taxation for all boards. It's not going to be easy, but we're going to lobby that and we're going to push on that because it's important. We're talking about, one neighbor paying 24 cents to the 100 and their neighbor next door, because they have kids in the English system, they're paying 34 cents. So it's a difference of anywhere to $300 to $500. Anyways, these are some of the things that are on there. If you want to go to the website, like I said, and consult it. If you have any questions you need to bring forward, we've established a line where you can really ask questions, a Q&A that we're going to be putting on there for anything that is of any concern to the public. Bottom line, community pride. That's what it is.